face the iron in our hands before we learn to understand.
I grew where black pines leaned to the sea, where winter took sleep and hunger took seed. Our roof held the smoke of 100 old wars. Every beam had a story, each story kept score. My father carved names in the back of his shield, men who never returned from the frost-covered field. He said a wound left unpaid is a chain on the blood. So I learned how to hate before knowing who I was. At 13 they handed me iron and hide. Said strength was the fear of man buried inside. My mother sang softly while grinding the grain.
Vengeance comes home wearing somebody's name.
We marched under banners through thunder and snow, against people described by men who did not know. Then I looked at a prisoner younger than me. He had my brother's eyes and my father's grief.
How many sons must answer for the fathers underground? How many homes become ash before honor makes a sound? I was raised on the names of the dead, fed their anger like fire and bread. With the axe in my hand is not fate. I can open a door, I can close a grave. Let the old world call me afraid. I will not make my children pay. If a kingdom survives by hate, let it fall.
I will build from the break.
Not by blood, not by fear. What we end begins right here. Break the wheel and leave it here.
We crossed the gray water with 83 men. By sunrise the village was burning again. The chieftain called victory, lifted his blade, while smoke hid the shape of the choices we made. There was silver in boxes and salt in the store, but no glory at all in the eyes of the poor. A woman in linen stood under the rain. She never begged for mercy, she asked for my name. I gave it, she held it like weight in the bone. Need in the face of the man who had stolen the roof from her children to see from a land. They call themselves righteous because they command. Don't kill the order, leave nothing alive. If one child remembers, the enemy survives. I heard torches awaken and armor collide, and finally saw what obedience hides. I stood at the gate with my weapon held low, between those I had followed and those I did not know. I planted my feet.
Someone had to be first. A name is not a prison, a wound is not a throne. The past can be remembered without becoming stone. I was raised on the names of the dead, fed their anger like fire and bread. But the axe in my hand is not fate. I can open a door, I can close a grave. Let the old world call me afraid. I will not make my children pay. If a kingdom survives by hate, let it fall.
I will build from the break.
Not by blood, not by fear. What we end begins right here. Break the wheel and leave it here. Mercy is not surrender. Peace is not forgetting. The scar can mark the place where healing first began. I will not praise the blade. I will not hide the hand. I will carry truth, but never become numb. Hold the line against the flame. Mourn the lost without killing in their
I
name.
returned to my homeland without any goal. With truth men reject when the legends grow old. They called me a traitor, a coward, a stain, because lies become sacred when repeated through pain. I laid down the axe that my father once held. The edge still remembered